Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to add a bit of detail to the central part of this, going all the way around. The first thing that's going to be problematic for us is this fillet that we put on the top and the bottom. I'll show you how to deal with that in a minute. What we need to work with first is we need to draw this outside shape. So we're going to take a plane, click on this plane drop-down menu, and we're going to select mid-plane between two planes. So we're going to select that button, and then we're going to click on the top face, and then rotate it around so you can see the bottom face and click on the bottom face. That has now drawn up what we call a plane directly in the middle between the top and the bottom. Okay, so that's now there. Now what we want to do is start a 2D sketch, and we now want to put a sketch on that plane by clicking on the very side of it there. Now, I want to kind of draw this outside line here, and I could use this project geometry button to go around and select all of those lines. However, there's a much quicker way of doing this. And if I come up, I'm not sure if I can do it if I de-highlight from this tool, maybe I can do it. I can come up to my fillet here, and I'm going to right click on that, and I want to suppress the feature. I can't see it. So I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to have to do this before I do it. And my sketch is there, so I'm going to be aware of that. And I'm going to right click on this fillet, which was my top and bottom fillets. And now I can see that suppress feature button. There we go. It's taken away the fillet. Okay, now instead of creating a new sketch, because I've already done it, I'm going to double click on this sketch here. Now you can see that line has become the outside line, which is what I want. So I can double click, I can come to my project geometry and project cut edges. And that is now drawn a line all the way around the outside for me. And now I can finish my sketch. And importantly, that's done it halfway up along my material. I can now sort of hover over the side of this plane, right click and turn the visibility off. Okay, now I want to kind of draw a shape roughly about here. To do that, I need a plane to work with. There's no flat edges there for me to do it. So I'm going to open up my origin button here by opening up the plus. And the first three are your first initial planes that you highlighted and worked with. If you hover over one of these, it might be different on yours, but for me, it's this plane here. You can see it's going halfway along that area I want to work with. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to on that button and turn the visibility on. There you go. And it's now drawing it's got a nice plane right there where I want to work with. So now I can start a 2D sketch and I can put it on that plane. Click on that plane and there it is. Now I can't see where I want to work because there's some material in front. This material is in front of me, seeing it there. Okay, I'm going to go back to seeing this in 2D. So there's a nice little button down here called Slice Graphics, also F7 on your board. I'm going to click on that, and there we go. Now I can see directly halfway through. If I show you that again, I don't recommend you do this, but you can see it's cut out everything that's in front of you, and I want to be working in this area here. So I'm going to click back on here to kind of work with that. And I'm going to work here. So I am now going to come back to my project geometry, this button, top button here, and I'm going to draw this line on. But I'm just going to click on the construction button first and then click on it. So it's only drawn, hopefully, a dotted line for me there. Then I'm going to turn this off, come over to my circle tool here, and I'm going to, right in the middle, click on the circle, making sure that you did turn that construction button off, and I'm going to put a sort of 2mm diameter circle there. I can now finish that sketch, okay? And I've drawn myself a circle that is half inside and half outside of my shape. And now what I want to do is click on the extrude button. Actually, you're not going to use extrude. You're going to use this button called loft this time because, well, I'll show you. If I clicked on extrude and I clicked this button here, it just draws a line, you know, and if you decided to do this 100mm long, you can see you're just drawing this big, like just going along, but we want to follow the path that you created before. So I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to go up to this button called sweep. Sweep allows you to firstly select the profile. The profile is this circle. Then we're going to select the line that we've drawn, the curve or the edge. So I'm going to select this button here, and this time we're now going to select that line, and that has now followed that all the way around. Instead of adding material, we want to come over and use this button to cut material out, and then we're going to click OK and see if that has worked. And there we go. We've now cut ourselves a nice shape all the way out of that. So now hover over your plane, right click on the edge of it and turn the visibility off. And then lastly, before you finish, come back to your fillet that was on the top and the bottom, right click on that and unsuppress that feature. And now you have yourself a nice fidget spinner that will work. Now obviously, if any of your dimensions are wrong for your bearings, you can just come back up to here. Let's say your bearing was too tight a fit, you could just change that to 22.5. And that would allow it to be slightly bigger. And what that's doing is making all those holes ever so slightly bigger. And that's because they're under parameters, and it's done every single one of them. And that's the beauty of parameters. I'm going to go just go back like that to put that back to as it was. Okay,